So I've been putting off this review for a few days now. It's Saturday as of recording this video. I don't know when I'll have this edited, and I say that because I'm so torn with this last episode. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And as the story goes, and as a Star Wars fan, I absolutely love what I'm seeing on screen. But as a Boba Fett fan, I'm so torn to see his character only get a short cameo with no dialogue. You know, I don't know how this story is going to end. I have to wait till Wednesday, which is why I'm hesitant on really speaking about any of it right now, because I don't want my initial thoughts to jade my experience when watching the finale. I'm going to try my best to keep this review short. I won't be able to get through everything because so much happened this episode, and honestly that's a good thing. There's a couple things I wanted to mention first, and that is I am doing my best to not make a definitive decision about how I feel about this show. I am currently in a roller coaster of emotions on like all these things that I see and I as I watch, and not in a good way. I'm just so torn on my feelings about how I like the show and how I love the storytelling, and it's difficult for me, and honestly I really have to wait until the finale to make a surefire decision on where my feelings are at. So I'm just going to talk about what I absolutely loved in this episode and some of the things I found absolutely fascinating. So if you weren't already sure, spoilers. First off, I'd like to talk about Luke Skywalker's deep fake technology that Lucasfilm recruited from YouTube. I believe the YouTuber's name is Shmook or some form of that. Forgive me if I'm completely incorrect. It was frighteningly amazing, and I say that because by quick glance you would think it's Mark Hamill from Return of the Jedi. You have to really closely look. There's some things that your eye or the human eye catches that just tells you like that's not completely real. And in the lighting that they were given in these scenes, it is phenomenal how much it has improved by just hiring that YouTuber, especially from not that long ago, season 2 of The Mandalorian's finale. He looked good. Don't get me wrong, he looked good, but it didn't quite hit it that well, you know, and in the Book of Boba, you know, obviously this technology will get better, and whether you believe that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's irrelevant at this point, because it's what's gonna happen. But it will get better, and with that being said, I like knowing that it's not 100% like real. That small disconnect I personally like, and because it's this good, it's so easily forgettable that it's fake. Another thing, seeing in The Mandalorian's extremely strong love for Grogu is so heartwarming to see every time he talks about him in this episode, specifically with Ahsoka. It was really awesome to see her again. But honestly, I think that was wonderful stuff that we got to see all that. Getting a flashback through Grogu's perspective, you know, the 501st kill those 3 Jedi, but then like who comes and saves him? And my mind is going through so many theories as of right now, and theories as in like, why is it in the Book of Boba? Like, where's the connection between the Book of Boba and Grogu's fate in Order 66? So I'm going through so many theories, and I won't speak about them because some of them aren't mine. I would say the majority of them aren't mine, so I don't want to speak about them. I will just leave it at that. I think that not really digging in too deep into what I would like to see is probably a good thing for the outcome that we may end up seeing either next episode or later on down the line in other forms of Star Wars media. Obviously, I think the biggest highlight for my wife and I was the reveal of Cad Bane coming in. And you know, just his entrance alone was just so fantastic. I couldn't, I mean, I was, my wife, he's, you know, we just get that shot of him like way in the distance. Like he's like a tiny little speck, you know, but you can kind of see the outline of a hat. And then my wife and I were just like, no way. Like, are they really gonna do it? Is that him, you know? Like, we were just getting so excited. And it's been a while since her and I have been like that excited about watching anything Star Wars, or to vocally say those things, you know, and like just awe, like, wow, it's actually him, you know? It's a special moment to have and to watch that together, which is why I wait to watch them with my wife first before I see it. So her and I can share in that moment together. You know, I honestly, without a doubt, think that he looks fantastic in live action. You know, I was always like skeptical, like, oh, if they ever did it, like how would I feel when he shows up, you know, but just the long intro to introducing him and, you know, the stranger in the desert, you know, it's just like, you know, people that haven't watched the Clone Wars have no idea who this guy is. He didn't say his name, he didn't say anything. They don't know anything about him. Honestly, it's a nice little treat that Clone Wars fans get. And he's just terrifying with the way he slowly speaks, and his teeth and his eyes and just everything about him is just scary. And you know, bringing that from animation to live action is difficult, to say the least, and I think they just did a flawless job with it. I feel like Boba Fett finally has an actual villain, protagonist to him as a character itself, instead of just like a crime syndicate. So I wonder how that's gonna play out in the next episode, because, you know, if Boba dies, people are gonna be like just awestruck and like, wow, and like, how could you do that? Like, including myself. But you know, if they take out Cad Bane, how are people who just saw this character just now for a short while going to feel? I mean, you know, fans that have known him through the Clone Wars, like, I think we'll have it'll be very hard, but I think we'll be able to let him go. It's gonna be very difficult for me to let him go because I love that character so much, but I think that the audience will be more susceptible to that. But fans who are seeing this character for the first time and have no idea who he is, and then are instantly intrigued by him, I can only imagine for people who have seen him for the first time, like how drawn they will be to this character. And the next episode, he's, you know, clipped off. So I don't know how that's all gonna play out, but I'm very excited. I am more excited about this finale than I was about anything really in The Mandalorian, and it's nice to say that. I'm gonna throw this out there too, because I would like to have it a digital footprint of this, I guess. I think that Grogu will go with The Mandalorian. I do not think that he will stay with Luke, and I don't know why, but like, I guess the only reason why I say that is because, you know, why have the little bubble section on Mando's new ship if not to put Grogu in there? Dumb reason, I know, but that's just what I'm gonna throw out there. I think I will end this review here. I wish there was more than just next episode. I wish there was 2 episodes, but I'm gonna have to be thankful for the one that we get and see what happens. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.